Harvard, Oxford, these names scream success, right? Not anymore. Because even grads from these universities are failing to get employed in 2025. Yep, people who did everything right are still struggling, applying, waiting, hoping, and figuring out how to get that job that they had been dreaming about. If you are somebody who's dreaming or planning to study abroad, and especially if you are going to be taking a loan to study, please watch this video till the end. It might save you a few lakhs and years of pain. Hello everyone, I'm Piyush Bhartiya, your study abroad coach, and you know I just talk only sense, no sales. And today we are going to break down what's really happening, the reality of study abroad, what does the ROI look like, and how can you build a study abroad plan that actually works. You'd think a Harvard or an Oxford degree would get you your dream job effortlessly. But the reality is very different. It's a lot more messier. In the Harvard's class of 2024, even after 3 months, 23% of students were still unemployed. This was a number very sharp rise, but just few years ago, which used to be 10% only. The same is the story with Oxford. I spoke to a few Oxford graduates on my last UK trip, and I realized that they are also struggling to find jobs that they dream for. The graduate jobs in UK are down by more than 30% in the last 5 years. The unemployability of Harvard grads is more than 5%. It is highest ever in their history. But sometimes aggregate numbers of UK and Canada, the employment numbers looks good. It shows 80 to 85% of the graduates are actually employed. But here's what nobody tells you. Those stats don't talk about what is the kind of jobs that these students are doing. A lot of international students are taking part-time jobs, just survival jobs or jobs which are not in their domain. And that too just to stay legally on their student visa or post-study work permit while they are there to make the ends meet. In Canada, one study found that international students are likely to earn 20% less than the locals. And they are more likely to be stuck in sales or service jobs even after paying lakhs for a degree. So the headlines say high employability, but on the ground, it is struggle, it is stress and serious underemployment. After talking to hundreds of students across countries, I can tell you why is this happening? Why are even the smartest of students struggling? So let's be real. Number one is oversupply. Everyone's educated now. Thousands of students are entering these elite universities every year. So your Harvard tag doesn't make you unique anymore, just part of a bigger crowd. So the university that you are studying at is not that important anymore, especially for short-term results. And this brings me to the second and the most important point, the skill mismatch. The job market has changed much faster than the universities have. Employers don't want perfect grades. They want the proof that you can deliver. And this is not just true for abroad. This is also true for India. Projects, portfolios, outcomes. If you can't show it, you can't stand out of the crowd. And when you do all of that and build your skills and stand out, there is still one more issue that plagues our Indian international students especially, which is communication skills. In today's time, majority of the universities are allowing medium of instruction or English proficiency waivers completely, but that doesn't mean that if your English is bad, if you can't communicate, you will still be successful if you go abroad and study. I've been talking about it across my webinars and live interactions with students, but it is very important to understand. If you can't speak the language, if you can't express what you know, then you will find it difficult to get employment. And lastly, and this one's huge, these are visa restrictions. When you are planning to study abroad, you need to understand how is that country thinking, that what are the regulations in that place which will make you stay employed. For example, UK's graduate visa has been reduced from 2 years to 18 months. And also the salary threshold for skilled worker visa has gone up to more than £41,000. Canada has been capping student visas and also increasing the proof of funds. At the same time, Australia has also been raising the financial and the language requirements. And so when you're planning, you need to be on top of what is happening and how you can actually protect yourself from regulatory ambiguity by selecting the right programs and making sure you are picking the right country. So now let's talk about which every parent and every student secretly worries about, ROI. Because studying abroad is not just an adventure, it's a massive investment. So here's the 2025 snapshot. USA you will spend maybe 30 to 50 lakhs on your tuition and another 20 to 30 lakhs on living. Yes, this is the country with the largest job market and also the highest salaries. But the visa is at risk, both at student stage and OPT is also being questioned, while H1B is being made really tough for any company to give to their employees. UK, on the other hand, has shorter courses, cheaper tuition, but PSW has been reduced to 18 months and getting a job in your domain has become very tough. Canada is affordable on paper and people claim of PR being easy in Canada, but Indian students have had more than 80% visa rejection this year. Finally, Germany and Ireland. Of course, Germany will give you free education and Ireland can also be quite cost effective, but one has a problem of local language and the other, the problem of limited industries having an exposure. So ROI today depends less on your university name and more on your strategy. What you study, where you study, and what do you do before and during your course. Biggest mistake you can do is to get relaxed because thinking that I'm a Harvard or an Oxford grad and I will deserve a job, I will get a job by sitting at home. Here's what looks like in real life. Ria studied MSc Data Science in Australia, top of her class, but in her small town, she did not get any jobs in data science and ended up working in survival jobs. She had to return to India with 40 lakhs of debt and no job in hand. Now meet Arav. He studied in UK, built his projects in AI, published them on GitHub, showcased them on LinkedIn, networked like crazy. When he graduated, he had 2 job offers and a visa sponsorship. Same brains, same effort, different strategy, different outcomes. So how do you make your degree work for you in 2025, 2026? Here's what the smart ones are doing. Don't pick a country because your cousin went there or because your friends are going. Choose it based on employability, migration pathways, and long-term ROI. Start interning, collaborating, networking from very first day. Don't wait till your graduation to start thinking about jobs. Don't just say I'm good at AI. Say I built a model that improved accuracy by 20%. That is what proves that you are good at AI. Study the post-study work permit rules and regulations before you are applying because if you don't have a legal status, you will not have a job. If you are taking a 40 to 60 lakh rupees of loan, make sure you are understanding the realistic salaries that you will get and draw your ROI out. Remember, degrees open doors, but the strategy determines if you will ever be able to walk through them. So if you are planning to study abroad or already there and feeling stuck, stop guessing. You can book a one-on-one session with me or my team. We will plan your course and your career map step by step. And the link's right there in the description. You can check it out. And don't forget to subscribe, guys, because in the next video, I'm going to rip apart the UK debt trap and what you can do to avoid it. So, see you in the next one.